This is Pheina. She just had Double TPLO or Bilateral TPLO surgery. Yesterday was surgery day and we had fasted her from 6 p.m. the night before. We also gave her prescribed medications that the clinic had provided the evening before and the morning of the surgery. Her procedure was in the morning. We received a call in the afternoon from the surgeon saying everything went great. So today we get to pick her up and bring her home. We're very excited. This is something that I forgot to put in our last video. It's the ginger lead, and it's supposed to help with supporting her hind when we need to walk her or take her outside. If you're interested in other things that we did to prepare for the surgery and for after the surgery, please be sure to check out our last video, pre-surgery, step 1. Our first evening at home was great. We were so happy to have her back with us. The first thing we were surprised about was that the vet wanted her to bear weight on both of her legs. Of course, in small 5-minute intervals. We thought there would be a lot of carrying her around at first, but there was none actually. So as soon as we arrived home, we walked her around the yard a bit, very slowly, with the ginger lead brace. We were hoping for a bathroom break, but that didn't happen. So after 5 minutes, we brought her inside and into her little nest area. It was already time for her to take her meds, so we did that. Then we iced her legs for about 15 to 20 minutes. She looked happy to be home. After a few more hours of rest, it was time for a set of antibiotics and her supper. She did eat, but very slowly, and we just let her lay in her area and eat it as slow as she wanted to eat. And then she did also drink some water, which we were super thrilled about. As you can see, they shaved her hindquarters, and there's a little part on her arm there where the IV was in there. And then there's a little part that's on the back side by her tail that's shaved. But basically she just has 2 bandages on the rear side, which they say will basically fall off or come off within 2 days. But we're to try and keep it on as much as possible. If those bandages do get dirty, or if she pees, or just anything like that, we can just wash the wounds with a soft washcloth once those come off. Before bed, we took her out again, and this time she peed. Yay! It's funny how exciting this can be, haha. So we found it to work well when we walked with her a bit with the brace. And then when we get to her pee spot, we remove the brace completely so she could feel more comfortable to do her squat. And that seemed to work. The squat wasn't very low, which was to be expected. And then after we got her back inside, we iced her legs again for 15 to 20 minutes. I realize this is a very detailed step-by-step of how our first hours went. And I know that it's going to be very different for each dog. But when I was researching, this was the kind of information I was looking for, so hopefully it helps someone else out there. So the first night was kind of rough. She was pretty restless and wanted me to comfort her with petting and that kind of stuff. She did sleep off and on through the night, but she did wake up a lot and just was looking for some comfort. We also did have a 12 a.m. wake up where we had to administer more of the medications, and there was some bladder leakage, but not too bad. As I mentioned before, she's always had incontinence issues after she's been put under or sedated, and it takes a few days for that to clear up for her anyway. So I was expecting it, and laying down the towels that I could easily change out was super helpful. We haven't had to use any of the cones so far, as she doesn't seem that interested in her wounds yet. The first morning was pretty good. We did a round of antibiotics, followed by a small breakfast. Then she went out for a bathroom break. We got a pee, but still no luck on a bowel movement. When you only have 5 minutes outside, outside, you really question if you're giving them enough time to do what they need to do. But I'm trying to keep the faith. Once inside, we iced the legs again for about 20 minutes. The bandages are still on, so I can't see any bruising, but I can see the legs, especially the hocks, are swelling up a bit. After a few hours, we did a few more pain meds, and then about an hour after that, we did some passive range of motion exercises and another bathroom break. The prom exercises were very minimal. I didn't want to overdo it, so we only did like 10 reps of each exercise on each leg. For the instructional video link of the proms that my vet recommended, see the video description below and I will add the link. Thanks for watching Pheina the Rottie and her journey through TPLO surgery. If you like what you saw, don't forget to hit the like button and share it with friends that you think might enjoy it. Thanks.